Hello, my name is Kirill, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how easily create a production ready e-commerce website with React, Next.js, and then we will deploy it to Vercel. But before, let me introduce myself. I have been working in IT for more than 15 years. I was working for many companies and holding different positions: developer, senior developer, software architect, a product manager, and startup founder. Now I'm founder of the Boundless Commerce. Started. Take a look on the example of a website we are going to build. It's ready to use starter kit for e-commerce website. We will clone it, and then I will show how to customize and deploy. So let's make a quick overview of pages which we have. So this is a main page, and it has a drop-down menu. In fact, it's a layout with the categories or to some pages. It has slider. It's a ready-to-use component. You can customize it. I will later show how. And it has some collection of products. It has carousel with products. It's also ready-to-use component. It has footer, has some nice component with a widget, full screen widget. And we click on the category. For example, iPhone 7. As you can see, there is a nice loading bar. When pages are loading, you can see there is a nice loading bar. So category page has left menu, filters, and sort by settings, collection of products, and pagination. And if I change, for example, sorting or apply filters, it's all these parameters go to the query string. So I can, for example, I can share the link, or I can refresh the page, and the result will be the same. Let's take a look on the product page. This is a product page. It has option selector. It has characteristic or attributes, description, and cross-sell block. We have a cart widget. So for example, if I want to buy something, it's out of stock. Let's go to another case. So if I click add to cart, it allows me to select an option. I click buy, and this is a call to order block. It's a widget. I can place an order, or I can continue shopping. It has animation. I will click on it later. Also, it has all the pages have mobile version. For example, let's take a look. So this is a mobile version with hamburger menu with animation and filters. So everything is nice. So let's take a look on the cart page. This is a shopping cart. There is a ready-to-use checkout area split by steps. So I can place an order. It's 1, 2, 3 steps. So let's go back to the cart. So this is a quick overview of a website we are going to build. Some important details which might not be visible, but are important for the production website. The template has structured data markup. What is it? For example, if I go to open structured data tool and test for where I can test it, test result. Okay, and then for example, I go to a product page, copy the URL, and then try to test it. Then I can see Z. Wait for this. Please, come on, Google. Z, there are 3 elements. For example, it calls product description, navigation, and data about the store. And if I click on a product page, it has like product title, all the images, properties, and so on. And this is very important for and useful for SEO optimization. Also, the template has a ready-to-use sitemap. For example, if I type sitemap.xml, for example, it shows me the sitemap of the website. Let's go to the repository and copy the link. All the links you can find below this video. So I go to the repository, click code, copy, then I open terminal. Yeah, I am from old school, I love terminals. Git, clone, paste. You can use some other approach like GitHub program. Then open the IDE. I use WebStorm. So I clone it to the folder boundless Next.js ecommerce template, then go to the folder and install all the dependencies. Yarn install. Boom. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Almost done. Great. So now we need to copy the env example and paste as just .env. Okay, and now we need to get the permanent token and make some setup. So we need to go to the Boundless Commerce website, Boundless Commerce, then enter your email, start free trial, answer some questions. I don't know why. You can skip it, skip the domain, create my store. Wait a little bit. I hope it works. Yes, success. Boom. This is a dashboard, and let me show you. Yes, I agree. This is a dashboard, and the instance, let's call it an instance, already has some demo data, so it will be easy for us to start the development. Later I will show you how to clean it up. So, and now we need to get our API token. So we go to settings, we go to access tokens, and we click create new token, application name test, create. This is the token, and we need a permanent token, and remember the instance ID. So I open a WebStorm token, and I copy the instance ID. Okay, and let's try to launch yarn dev. Boom. Finger cross. Wow, we have a ready-to-use e-commerce website with images, categories, and products. So if we go to the admin page, so it is the admin page, you can see this all the products, categories. This is the product management. You can click on the product and upload images, type description, create variant, options, characteristics, and so on. Same for categories, import, commodity groups, and so on. We will review it a little bit later. So now let's go back to the website. This is a local. And before we begin building, let's have a review of the file structure. It's a typical project structure for Next.js projects. I'll make a very quick overview. So let's open a project. So let's take a look on the pages folder. It's a Next.js routing system where a file in the pages directory represents a route. Let's take a look. So, for example, cart file represents a cart page. Let's open a cart page, click on the cart, shopping cart. So this is a cart page. And this is a cart file. You see, it's the same cart. Let's open it. And to make sure it is the same file, let's add some text here. For example, I don't know, let's add a header. Hello from cart and smile. Each one. And boom, the header appears on the cart page. The same approach for other files like index and sitemap. Sitemap is a little bit more complicated, but we will talk about it later. So let's try to understand folders. Category, checkout, page, product, thank you. It's some kind of a dynamic route. For example, let's take a look on the category page. It's an iPhone 7. So the path consists of two segments. The first segment is a category. It's like a static word. It's the name of the folder, like category. And the second segment is a dynamic segment. For iPhone 7 directory, it's iPhone 7. For iPhone 7 Plus, it's iPhone 7 Plus. So it's the category segment. The first segment is the same, and the second segment is a dynamic. And to catch this dynamic paths, there is a specific structure like a category for static, and there is a file with specific name or with the brackets and the parameter name, and then in a get server side props, it's a specific function for fetching data on the server side. There is a slug in the params object. The same approach is for product routes. For example, we can click on the product, and it will be the same, like the two segments, product, and the second segment is a slug. It's a slug. And the same approach we use for thank you page, because thank you page has a dynamic parameter ID, order ID, and the same approach but little bit more complicated for checkout page. Actually, checkout page forward all subroutes to a ready-to-use component called Boundless Checkout React. It's also an open source. So this is a very brief overview of the Next.js routing system. And another important thing is the component folder. Component folder is folder for components. it's like product list, some header, footer, and some marketing blocks, and so on. And probably that's it. Now we have a brief understanding of the project structure, and we can try to modify it and make a great website. Customization. What we need to do? For sure, we need to replace logo, this one. Then we need to remove vertical menu and stretch content for the full container size width. Then I would like to change the primary color. It uses everywhere, like on the card and the controls, on the hidden underlying, on the primary buttons, and so on. So we will change it, and then we don't need this cover block. Yeah. So, and maybe something, some other changes. So let's start. Let's start with the vertical menu. This vertical menu, we don't need it because we have this menu, and we will keep it. So let's do it. Let's open index file and find the vertical menu. So we don't need this file, right? So let's remove this block. We remove it, and here is the classes from the Bootstrap. Probably you understand that we are using a Twitter Bootstrap, and we can also get rid of it. And we also need this row. Boom. So let's see what's happening. Yeah. Now product takes the full width of the container. So let's get rid of this marketing block, full width marketing block. We also don't need it. Cover text in center. Okay. So how it looks now? A little bit better. Okay, cover example. We also don't need header. This header is strange. Yeah. So we remove it 2 blocks. It looks nice. So let's replace the logo. We have a boundless commerce default logo, and it comes from layout, then header, and there is an image for logo, and logo importing from assets folder. So assets is a folder for some images or maybe other files you are using in the templates. So let's add a logo. Let me find if I have a file for this. Oh yeah, it should be nice. I drag file into asset folder. I will do it later. So you can see your company, it's a nice logo. So header, assets, we'll keep the old one. Longer, small, longer. Okay, so let's take a look what's happening. Yeah, it's nice. Maybe a little bit bigger, but we can adjust it later. So let's change primary color. As you can see, we're using pink color, and we can change it. Open styles. So about styles, I think I need to say a few words about styles. We are using SAS as a CSS preprocessor system. This allows, among other things, use variables. I will show you. It's a main file and imports Bootstrap. We import Bootstrap from Node modules folder, and other files are from our folders inside the styles directory. So components index, they go to variables. Okay, and we have a main variable. It's a theme color. I can change it to, for example, which color we have logo. Okay, we have it about yellow. So let's change to yellow, for example. I think this is nice. Okay, and as you can see, other variables depends on the theme color. For example, action buttons. It's generated based on the theme color. So I adjusted it to yellow. So, and let's see how the site looks like. So nothing changes. It's strange. Let's see. It's compiling. Okay. Yeah, now you see yellow controls are yellows, yellow. So, and in the footer everything also is yellow except this logo. We also need to replace it. Okay, let's adjust logo a little bit. So let's add a class for an image. Logo image, and then go to the styles sample basic, and we see that there is already file for header related to our theme header, and how it calls logo image page header 10 here. It's better to make it block. Block, and the size is no, actually it should be about 200 max width. And yeah, so we adjusted it a little bit, so it looks okay. We can make it a little bit smaller, not 200, maybe 180. Yeah, it's okay. Now let's see. It's about mobile version. It's also okay. I like it. We can make a specific style for mobile version. It's pretty easy. For example, we can say that for mobile version it's has a smaller size. For example, 150, and for other sizes, it's up, not up. We can say that 180. And yeah, the logo is a smaller size on a narrow screen, and on the bigger screens it's becoming better. So it's okay. Now it's the site actually looks nice. You can with this way you can quickly adjust a website for your client, like changing colors and make a almost ready to use web shop very quickly. And now it's time to clean up database and add our own products and customize the checkout maybe. So let's do it. Cleaning up and adding products. So let's go to the admin and remove all the demo data. If you lose a link to your admin, you can find it in your mailbox. So let me do it. So this is an email I got after the registration. Copy the link and visit admin page. Okay, by default there is a dashboard. As you can see, there is a demo data. If you go to the products, there is a demo data, demo products and demo orders and so on. And at the beginning, at the first stage, we need to clean it up. So I need to click clean database and confirm it with the word clean, or I can go to the settings and click clean. You can clean database as many times as you want. For example, later you populate your instance with some orders and products and want to completely clean up your database, so you go to the settings menu and click clean database. So let's do it. So I click clean database, type clean and click database. So the database is empty. If I go to products, there is no products. If I go to orders, there is no orders. Customers are also empty. So the database is empty, and the warning says that there is a demo data is also disappeared. So I can start working on my own store. And to make sure that everything works correct, let's visit our store. This is a store. It was before the cleaning, and I need to reload the page. So as you can see, no menu, no products, only the static data. Let's add some products. I click add the products from the dashboard, and here is the product form, and I need to type a title. For example, I would like to sell t-shirts, like t-shirt. And to more easily explain, let's upload image first. Do I have images? Yes, I have. So it's a nice green t-shirt. Boom, it works. This is a green t-shirt, and we can say green t-shirt, and the title is here. If I change it, it also changes here, just for convenience. And some description, and the price. There are two fields. For example, I would like to sell it for $90, 99 cents, and if I want to highlight that there is a discount for this t-shirt, I can say that the old price was, for example, $25. So it's like a $5 discount for a user. And then I would like to specify stock. How much t-shirts do I have in the stock? For example, I have 20 t-shirts in the stock, so it's available for an order. So let's add a category. Let's add funny t-shirts, and let's tick it. And then let's highlight that there is a new label and the collection. If product on the main page is ticket, it means that this product will be shown on the main page of our store. So the product looks like is ready. Oh, okay, we can also add some characteristic to the product. For example, if I go to variant and options, I can create variants, but let's keep it for now. Let's add a characteristic. For example, product has compound, and it's a text characteristics. And let's say that there is a 100% cotton, and it's from China, right? Okay, and now we can, I think we can save product. So this is the product, and let's duplicate it. Click duplicate. This is, and there is double. As you can see, there is an icon indicate that the product is hidden, and text is muted. It means that the product is hidden. So let's click upload the new image. And let's make the image at the main image. So I need to drag it to the first position. Man's tree blend crew. Man's tree, I don't know what is tree blend. And crew description we leave, price we leave as is. So, and this is, and tick here to publish product. Save, go back. Now we have 2 products, and let's duplicate it. Duplicate products, and okay, 2 more doubles. Let's change it. Here is a green and good vibes. And good vibes. Good vibes. And yeah, the price is the same. Click save, go back, and another t-shirt, for example. Black and white, black and white, black and white. Also. By default, the copies are not published, so you can publish it from the product form, or you can tick it here and say publish. So the product is published now. And few words about the inventory tracking. By the now we are tracking our inventory, and we specify that there is a 20 in stock, and sometimes you don't need to track your inventory, and to turn this feature off, so the product won't have the amount the number in stock. So we can go to commodity group. It's like a product types, and in the commodity group there is a settings called track product inventory. So if you don't want to track inventory, just untick and save. And if you don't want to track inventory for specific product, you can create a specific commodity group for this particular products and untick the settings. And so some products in your inventory, some products in your store would have inventory tracking, and some would not. So this, I think it is convenient. So 4 products are added, and now let's check the store. So now there should be 4 products. Images are pretty big, so it might take some time to resize and fetch. So now there are 4 products. Let's see how it looks on the products page. Let's click here. Yeah, our characteristics, we have it in stock, we can buy it. Our price, old price. And now I think we miss some details, so we need to add cross sales. So when I visit green t-shirt, I could jump to another t-shirt, and it could be specified from the product list. I tick the product and say cross sell, add related products, click in relation between all selected products. Okay, and if I update it, frequency bought together, there are 3 new products, so it's like a linked. Yeah, and this is probably it. And a few other words about products. You might see there is a small image and there's a little bit bigger image, and if you click on image, there is another thumbnail which is much bigger than the smaller one. And you might ask who responsible for resize, and let's see. How can I copy it? Okay, and this is the URL of an image, and as you can see, all images are served from the media.boundlesscommerce.com. It's a built-in service for serving images and built-in resizer, so you can resize image on the fly. Also, it has a CDN, so it's since the image is generated, the serving of the images should be pretty fast. And for example, how to manage which images you can get from the resizer. So there is a query string param, and you can specify, for example, the max size. Let's adjust it to 800, for example, and you can see there is a much smaller image. And for example, it has many query params you can specify to get the image you need. For example, you can specify the, if I remember, it calls scale. No, it calls not scale, it calls ratio. For example, you can specify ratio, and all your images in the store would have the same ratio, so they might look a little bit nicer. So for example, ratio and for example, another ratio, the opposite. You see, it's with a cut, and to avoid cutting, we can add bad one and background, for example, white 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's X. And you see, and so the image was cutted. And like a padded. It's a black color, so it's not visible. Let's add a white color. Yeah, you see, we added, and we can specify, for example, blur to make it lightweight. For blur, for example, 10. And the image is blurred, and we can specify grayscale, for example, grayscale. And now it's grayscale. It's a very lightweight. All the query params you can find in our API client description. So if you go to the npm.js and find boundless API client. So you don't need to specify manually the query params in the URL. You can use our API client. So it's probably what you would do most of the time. And there is an API client. And let's scroll down to the thumbnail section. Yeah, and this is how can you get the image URL? Yeah, so you create the thumbnail with local path, which are from the database, from the API, and the max image size, and then specify some other parameters, and you will get the URL automatically. And yeah, probably all these parameters I have just shown you how it works. Okay, and this is probably all what I wanted to show about adding images, adding products. So now we have a catalog with four products, and I think now we can try to commit it to a repository and try to deploy it to Vercel to have a real website. Let's publish our website to the Vercel. And first of all, we need to commit our changes to a repository. I will create repository on the GitHub. I don't know, video shooting 1. I make it private. Create repository. Okay, now let's add origin. Okay, status. Okay, I need to remove origin first. Git remote remove origin. Git remote v. No origins, and add the new origin. The reason I had old origin because I cloned the project from the this repository, and this is why I had this origin address, and now I had another origin. As you can see, this is a newly created. And let's commit the changes. Git status. It's better to do it through the IDE. I have 4 changes in this file. Init. Let's check. And now we have our shop in the new repository. Yep. Then let's go to Vercel. And create the new repository. GitHub, and let me adjust my permissions. Select video shooting, save video shooting, click import. And before I click deploy, I think I need to adjust the environment variables. And what is it? Environment variables? It's token to access the boundless commerce API and the instance ID it needs for some features. Let's just copy it because we already have it. And what else? Okay, and then root directory build and other. Yeah, it has all the commands. The reason it understands the command because it parses their package.json and extract the build command. So if you look on our package in JSON, it has a build and it has a start command. So, and actually Vercel just parse it and executes and for deploy. Times the build might fail. Usually it happens due to the ESLint check. For example, it has built-in ESLint rules. It has where is it? It has some ESLint rules, and usually when you clone and make quickly changes, there might be some issues with ESLint. Let's check. Yarn-lint. As you can see, there are 4 errors, and in this case the build will fail. And as you can see in the Vercel page, the building was failed. And if we expand and see what's going on, Next.js tried to execute the lint rules and it was failed. So basically, in most cases, at the beginning you don't need to fix ESLint rules, you don't need to spend time on it, so just disable it. And the easiest way to disable, you can disable line by line, so turn off some rules you don't like to follow, or you can disable the whole ESLint check during the build process. So I can do it in next config, and I edit a line ESLint ignore during builds true. And if I try to build locally, for example, you can, because actually it's the command which is executed by the Vercel on the server. So let's see. So and now you can see that the it's actually a correct build, and we can yarn. What was the command? Start. Yarn start. And this command executes the pre-built version. So this is a statically built, so this is why it's pretty fast. So I go to a product, and it's also pre-built, so it's a pretty fast. Okay, now let's commit our changes to the GitHub. Fix, turn off ESLint push. And since the changes are pushed, video shooting, it's not finished. Let's try again. Okay, it's not yet deployed. Okay, so let's try to deploy. Okay, now we need to wait a little bit, and I think now the build should be successful. And a few other words about Next.js and why it's like so great tool for, especially for e-commerce websites. is because we can have some pages like statically pre-compiled. So instead of generate, for example, the product page on each request, the page actually compiles during the deploy, so or during the deploy time. It fetches all the necessary data from the API and put it in a cache. There are some like you can limit cache by time and so on, but now it's like statically pre-compiled, and when your visitors, your users visit your website, it in most cases it's a very fast, because it fetches from the precompiled like files or precompiled caches. How can I say it in English? So, and some pages, and you can adjust rules, like you can some pages could be compiled, or some pages can make requests to the API during the request, and some pages might have a cached version when you visit it. So, and Next.js is a very good solution for the e-commerce, and there might be some issue with availability, and because in the cached version there might be like a cached version where the product is in stock, but in fact it's out of stock. And to solve it, we on the client side we make a request to the API and check if the product is still in stock, and if it's not still in stock, we change it on the client side. So, but in general, page renders very quickly. So let's see. It's a build it, and wow, boundless store, and we can, how can I visit it? If I click here, yeah, this is our website. Publish it to Vercel, and as you can see, it's very fast. It's what I told you, that the pages are pre-compiled and served from cache. That's probably it. It's very easy, and if you make some changes to the code, it should be automatically redeployed to the Vercel. So we can, for example, we can test. For example, we can, on the main page, we can say before the hello from the new commit, then commit it. Commit anyway, push. Okay, and wait a little bit, and it should be as you can see, the deploy is queued, and if you wait a couple of minutes, we will see the changes from our commit. We haven't touched, it's a checkout. So let's see how the page looks like now. If I add something to the cart, I have this nice widget, click placeholder. This is a shopping cart. I can adjust the product quantity and click proceed to checkout. This is a checkout page, and everything looks correct except the logo. The logo is default, and how to change it? You need to open the checkout page, pages checkout, and then all the subpaths are redirected to this boundless checkout React component. and we can go to this package page to get some more information about it. It's and there is settings for the logo, and we need to specify the URL to our logo or text. And so we scroll a little bit down and we see the logo URL is already specified, and we need to just adjust it to our own logo. And our logo was logo small, yeah, it's our logo, so we logo small png, and then let's test it locally. First time it's load a little bit slow, so let's add product to a cart, shopping cart. Yeah, I click it, proceed to checkout, and now you see that there is a logo. You can also adjust styles. Find the class, it has a specific class, and redefine styles for this logo. It's pretty easy, I won't do it now. Let's push our changes to the Git. And that's probably it. And while it's deploying, I will explain you how to set up the checkout process. So there is two important sections. It's a shipping methods, where you can add or modify the shipping methods for your store. It can be self pickup from a store location, or it could be some shipping, for example US shipping or worldwide shipping, and so on. And another important is a payment method. You can add a payment method. Now we have cash on delivery. You can rename it to any other, you can specify your own title, but it means that we don't handle a payment through the platform. And there is a PayPal integration. So now we have two options. If you need more, you can just write me and we can discuss it. Another possibilities. So, and probably you might need to modify local settings. It's currency. You can specify your currency, and it's a symbol for currency, and decimal separator, thousand separator, and font mask. And this is probably it. So let's see if it's deployed. Let's update. I suppose it's deployed. No, not yet. It's not pushed. Yeah, it's queued. Okay, it's a little delay. While it's deploying, if you like what we are doing, we are trying to deliver the great shopping experience for developers and your end customers. Please go to our repository and start it. It would be very helpful for us for promoting. You go to the repository and click start, and thank you very much if you did that, if you done that. Another, if you have in general, our service is free for small stores, and if you like what we are doing, please upgrade to paid package, because it helps us to generate money. It helps us to grow and deliver the more cool features for you actually. And this is probably all. Thanks for watching. And what else? And if you have any questions, you can always contact me. at Kirill@boundlesscommerce.com, and send your questions, concerns, or feedbacks, and I will try to help. And this is probably it. It's all what I wanted to say in today's video. Yeah, that's all. I had some plan and I think I follow it. So let's see. Yeah, and it's ready. And if we reload the page, just final test, click proceed to checkout. Yeah, there is a logo. So that's probably it. Again, thanks for watching. If you have something to say or questions, just email me or leave comments below this video. So thank you very much. Stay safe and goodbye.